Pashaparo, Y7, thank you for choosing. Thank you for tuning. The replay. Big board pep for my peeps. What up? Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell and share. I got a question for you all today. I want to know if you think RMG, right, that's Romeo Power, is going to be the new QS. I'm going to show you how it can very well be. All right? So let's get into it. First, we're going to start with ChargePoint, SBE, right? So I hope y'all caught this. You know, we talked about this a while ago. It came off its dip, or it hit the bounce. You know, the bottom out looks there about, the 15th? And then it's been on a nice upward trend ever since. You probably gave it a couple days, a day or two, make sure it wasn't just playing games. You got in a little bit, got in a little more, and the last 48 hours, it's up almost $10 a share, right? You got that. So it closed at 45.23 today with good footing, okay? So it's up about $10 a share, like I said, in the last 48 hours. I'm thinking $49.99. Sound like something I'm saying, like $49.99. So I'm thinking $49.99 to $51.89 by the 24th. What you think? And then I think it's going to be like a small pullback after that. As we approach the merger, you know, which is probably going to actually be for this one, Q1 21. Now, if it flattens out, we'll probably still stay on this trend. If we stay on this trend and it flattens out, we'll probably still see 50 by beginning of January. All right. So it's doing good though. It's staying. Each low is higher than the last low, so that's a good sign. All right. So check in the SBE, see what you want to do. We did have a good spike there at the end, so you may get a little pullback in the AM, give you a better buy-in. All right. So let's take a look at this now. First of all, let's look at this monster, right? QS. Been eyeing this for a while. You had all that noise yesterday with the gene stocks, and quietly this one was up about the same percentage as Edit and Crisp, right? Really quietly though. So today, you know, and it's always good. This is why it's good to have a community of people that you talk to about it, you know, that you associate with. I was talking to some people, and a guy was telling me that, hey, have you heard of this stock? Like a few weeks ago. And I was like, I'm gonna look into it. And we were comparing notes about RMG, just briefly, a little bit at the time, right? Not heavy detail about the companies. So I looked into it, I watched it, and you know me, I see flat, and I'm like, okay, right? So here's what happens though. All the noise from yesterday, this is in the background making plays. So definitely go ahead and get a little position in it for today, right? Now, today was up. It closed at 131.67. That's up an amazing $70 a share in the last 48 hours. That's up $36 today at close. Now, in the after hours so far, it's down like $8 to $10, but that's not bad. That's like 7%. It's just a big stock. You know what I mean? So I think 119.88 should be the floor. So you should be comfortable. You know, nothing's guaranteed, right? Nothing's guaranteed, but we should be comfortable that it shouldn't drop below 119. So if you got in in the beginning, a good start today. You I think it opened at 108, so that still puts you up $10 a share plus, right? So if you came in from yesterday, you up good. So should the floor, that should be the floor, 118 to 119.88. And what I like is that over the last 3 trading days, actually you could probably say 4 and maybe even get away with saying 5, the volume has actually increased each day, right? So the activity on this has increased each day. So that means if that remains true, tomorrow is going to be a massive day. Now, just at this regular trajectory, right? Granted, it could fall off the cliff tomorrow. So, but let's look at the trajectory that we're on. As it is right now, it could see 164.23 to 191 tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? That's now what we may get is some added attention and some increased volume, and it could, who knows, sky's the limit. So look for a great buy in the AM, and let's see this play continue to climb, right? We want this to continue to go up. I want you to be in this, and I want you to be in it, and get another $40-$50 a share. Let's get $50 a share. It's at 124 right now, 120, low 120s right now. If it goes to 191, that's $70 a share tomorrow. Okay? That's exciting. All right, so now I'm excited about this, but the excitement isn't for this. See, because remember this, right? Remember this, and look at this. This is RMG, right? I'm going to show you how this all ties together. Big board P.E.P. Hit that subscribe button. Peeps, get notified for your entertainment purposes only. So now RMG today, right? RMG closed at 25.38. It actually had a high today of 27.11ish. And I think this is a good sign, like I said before, each day as we approach the meeting on the 28th, right? Got some typos there, don't worry about it, you know what I'm saying? So on its current path, it's at 25 right now, and on its current path, we could see $33 to $39 a share on the 24th, which matches what I said yesterday. So again, we have a good staircase going here. I'm gonna call it staircase. Got a little lump there, the whole high heel on the top there, but we got a good little staircase there. Let's keep climbing with this one, right? Now, what I want you to do, right? Let's go back to this QS, cause see, this is when people be like, "Oh, did you see QS? It's doing this, it's doing that," right? And this is why I was telling you yesterday. Learn from that. Get in and get what you can get from it. Like when the gene companies are going crazy. And if you know now what to expect, I think the question should be is, how soon can you detect it in a future position? Right? So, with that on the table, QS is actually a battery company, in case you don't know. QuantumScape Corp is a battery company. See? Let's check it out. So QuantumScape is an American company that produces solid-state lithium-ion batteries that are used in electric cars. And I think that word cars is important. The company is headquartered in San Jose, California, and employs around 200 people. And investors include Bill Gates and Volkswagen. Right? Now, I pulled out like the 1 year chart on this. I mean, it was just on Google, so I could capture the little company spiel at the same time. You see, it's down about 7%. That's like $8-9 at this time, a little while ago, from where it closed. But if it's going up $40, $50, $60, $70 a day, I I think that's negligible. Just don't let it fall out of the sky on you. But like I said, I think 118 to 119.88 should be a good floor for it for right now. So that 122, that I feel good that it's sitting there right now. All right, so what I wanted to show you this was, look, just 2 days ago, or excuse me, not 2 days ago, on the 14th, which was a week ago, right? Just like when we was talking about Chris a week ago, it was doing nothing, right? Now this was doing something though the whole time. It wasn't like Chris where it was just flat. It's been on a nice trajectory since November. Okay, so what I'm getting at is, it was at $56.10 a week ago. It's almost up $100 a share right now. Now, granted, 70% of that came in the last 48 hours, but you get what I'm saying. This company is what? It might have started this curve at the beginning of this. Well, you could call that the middle. I don't know how they got this. If that line means that's the beginning of November, like the 1st, and this line means that's the beginning of December, like the 1st, or is that like the 10th? I don't know. But you see, it really started to take a turn like the middle of November. And then it was accelerating in the beginning of December, the 14th, the middle. Well, I guess that is the middle because that's the 14th right there. See how we put that together? All right, so we got that line saying where the 14th is. So, and then around the middle, and now it's on an exponential parabolic curve, right? Good money, good money. Get your money, people. Be ready for this tomorrow. Now, what I wanted to point out, though, is this. Let me point this out to you real quick, right? So this is a little information on QS. It was actually published September 3rd, so like a quarter ago. So it says QuantumScape, a developer of what are known as solid state batteries, has entered a definitive agreement to merge with blank check company Kensington Capital Acquisition Corp, right? And it's the latest SPAC deal for an automotive company. Shares of electric vehicle company Nikola surges through such a deal in early June, right? But here's what I'm looking at here. The implied value of the combined company, which will list on the New York Stock Exchange under ticker QS, is $3.3 billion. Right? Write that down. QS in September was said to, when it went public, to have a valuation of $3.3 billion. All right? And that was in September. And what do we say here? We can go to this one. So in September, it was barely, like, depending on what mark you want to use, it was barely off of zero. October came, and it finally got some hang time. And that might be somewhere between, it's definitely not in the middle of 50. So, we could say that's 25 or less, right? That was October this year, as in like 3 months ago. Not even 3 months ago. 2 months ago. Because that line comes all the way into November kind of flat. And then it curves up, right? It takes off. 767. Right? All right. Now check this out. I'm just saying, when you get it, make sure you put it where it's going to grow everything around you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? You know my Cash App, $ Y that 7. Y, that's the letter Y, letter N, the letter E, the letter T, the number 7. Why that 7? For your entertainment purposes only. So that means that 2 months ago, Quantum QS was trading at about less than $25 a share. Okay? They do cars. They got the battery packs for the cars. Now watch this. All right, so here it goes. It's Romeo Power technology. Let's transform transportation. The era of gas-powered vehicles will soon be fading in the rear view. We heard all this before, right? Now, what I want you to look at is this. Okay, it says we're a Southern California battery technology company dedicated to enabling large-scale sustainable transportation with energy-dense battery packs that deliver the range and charge times you need to compete. So, our unmatched team of elite engineers have made crucial breakthroughs in energy density, battery management, and cost-effective manufacturing. All right, so with our batteries, because these are our batteries, all right? With our batteries on board, your EVs will provide the viable and even inviable alternative to traditional vehicles people have been waiting for in terms of both price and performance. Now, here's what I need you to take a look at. Romeo Power focuses on 2 key markets in mobility energy technology. Now, this one right here, NA commercial vehicles, class 4 through 8 trucks and buses. Okay? Through the parent company Romeo Systems, Inc., of which Borg Warner is a 20% shareholder. Right? Check this out. So, remember this name, Borg Warner. So European high-performance vehicles, as well as light, medium-duty, and heavy-duty commercial vehicles through joint venture with Borg Warner, of which Romeo Systems, Inc. owns 40%. So somehow, this is why we need these businesses. So listen to this statement here, right? Now, Borg Warner. Oh, okay, so through the parent company Romeo Systems, Inc., of which Borg Warner is a 20% shareholder. So Borg Warner owns 20% of Romeo Systems, right? Now it also says through a joint venture with Borg Warner, of which Romeo Systems owns 40%. So you own 40% of the company that owns 20% of you. Anyway, but look, watch this, right? This part right here, that part. It says the Borg Warner partnership. So with our partner Borg Warner, Romeo Power has the largest battery pack footprint in the world. Borg Warner Inc. is engaged in providing technology solutions for combustion, hybrid, and electric vehicles. The company's products are manufactured and sold across the world, as in already, primarily to original equipment manufacturers, which is where you get the OEM. So OEMs of light vehicles, passenger cars, sports utility vehicles, vans, and light trucks. Now, we know Romeo is going to focus on this area primarily. It's not to say they won't get into this area, but this is where they're going to focus on. Vans, light trucks, and then its products are also sold to other OEMs of commercial vehicles, medium-duty, heavy-duty trucks, and buses. And you know this is the other part that Romeo wants. And off-highway vehicles including which is agricultural and construction machinery and marine applications. So check this out, right? If QS, the implied value of the combined company, which will list on the New York Stock Exchange under ticker QS at the time in September when it was $25 a share, was $3.3 billion, and they're just making batteries for cars. I mean, I don't want to minimize it. They could be doing other stuff too, but Romeo, we know, is focused on vans somewhat, but the light trucks, medium duty trucks, heavy duty trucks, and buses, right? And then they're going to by default have access to agricultural and construction machinery, even marine applications once we get the waterproof battery. I don't know how that works yet. You know what I'm saying? But agricultural and construction machinery is already in their reach. Their primary focus is going to be medium duty trucks, heavy duty trucks, and buses. So you know that's all your city revenue right there. That's every city revenue. You got the pumping station trucks. You got the electric company trucks. You got the public transportation buses. You got everything. Everything the city pays for that's a car is on this list. I mean, that we look at four wheels is on this list, right? So and here's what the caveat for me is. I think the car market is kind of like it's gonna pop, it's gonna grow, but it's kind of like it's dealing with regular people. So it's kind of like a choice. Like, do I want to spend the extra 10? I know the price of the automobiles are coming down, but the question that people are asking themselves is, do I want to spend this, which is still going to be a little bit more costly for a little while longer, like at least the next couple years, right? You got Tesla supposed to be coming out with a $25,000 sedan, but are people going to want to get a Tesla sedan for $25,000, or are they going to want to hear that exhaust? And then, it's going to be some time to translate into everybody start to buy into on the consumer level, right? However, on the business and the industry sector, I think this is gonna ramp up much faster because it's gonna create a higher ROI. You see what I'm saying? Like, companies are all about the bottom line. The city budgets, state budgets, government budgets are about, if they can spend $1, they're gonna spend it. But what I'm saying is, it gives you a higher ROI. You get what I'm saying? So the fact in my mind that Romeo Power is focused on, they could do cars if they want to. They could do sport utilities if they want to. We're going to do some vans. That's kind of what we like. Them light trucks, them pickups. We can do that. That's kind of like, you're going to need some torque. We got you. However, the medium duty trucks, the heavy duty trucks, and buses, that's what's going to be pushing all of the economy. So everybody, that's great. Be game changers, major. Then the agricultural section, you mean tell me they're going to be able to plow fields without having to run to the gas station, while having to have big gas tanks in on their farm? And then construction machinery, they already got that. And who knows what they're going to do with, like I said, the marine applications. They already spend $1 million on a little boat. What's another $150,000 for a battery? I don't know. You tell me. So here we go. Now here's what I'm getting at. Remember this. Remember this number. $3.3 billion implied value of combined company. Right? Okay. So now check this out. From December 20th, 2020, right? So here's a summary from an article. I'll share this with you. It says RMG agreed acquisition agreed to a business combination with Romeo Power Technology. Bullet point number 2 says the SPAC has big plans in the commercial EV battery technology market and a long list of potential customers. We know that. But here's what I wanted you to see. The stock right now has a market valuation of $2.9 billion right now. But production revenues, don't start ramping up until late 21. Okay, cool. It has a valuation of $2.9 billion right now. In September, QS had a valuation of $3.3 billion and the stock was at $25 or less. So we're in the same position right now with RMG. And you might have been like me where you don't got it. It was just at $10 in November. RMG was just at $10 in November. So when you're like, Pasha, why are you talking about RMG? You know, it's only up $20 or it's at $20. You know, it's only up $2 for the day. One, if you got in at 10, 11, 12, you know what I'm saying? And whatever it was, and you rode it up a little bit, got out, rode the next up wave a little bit. You know, it's very, very much your supporter. Y'all supporting each other very well. But here's the thing. If we go back and look at this, in September, QS was actually in worse off. Like we said, that B Warner company, it got customers all over the world already. So that may be why, you know, RMG a little higher. But we're in the same position as QS was in September right now with RMG, and we're trading at what hit 20. It fell a little bit, but it hit $27 a share today, which would put it above where QS was up until like the middle of November already. But this is only September in the same calendar here for RMG. So it's gonna be some volatility, of course, after the merger possibly, but also this is RMG's not getting a lot of news for whatever reason, which is I think is good, because if only me and you know about this, then that means the merger gonna happen and it's gonna just do this. When a lot of people know about it, that's when all the companies go, because you know it's all everybody's in, dollar out, you know, $5 out, in, out, which I can't blame them, but I'm just saying that's what creates all that. Now we can skate this under the radar and just keep growing. Where my RMG at? So we can just keep this growing a little comfortable, you know, keep it going all up. And then by the time people find out about it, hopefully like Q1 21 will already be past the merger point. So we won't have that crazy shockwave, and then people will just the volume will just skyrocket, and then it'll just shoot up, and we'll catch that parabolic curve. That's what I'm thinking. So September QS was $3.3 billion valuation. They were trading at probably like $8 a share. Right now, RMG expected valuation as of December was 20th was 2.9 billion, excuse me. We're trading at 25 to 27 real time, which means that in about 3 months, this stock or less, this stock could also be where QS is. And you can get in right now for $25 to $27, thanks to Pasha Pyro and the big board P.E.P. for my peeps with the Cash App YNet7. Thank you for tuning the replay.